Chatham Evening News reporter Anthony LaChapelle takes a break today, seen leaving his Chatham home as he embarks on a mission to solve an ongoing issue.
Thank you. I'll take it from here. Welcome to your evening news. I'm Anthony LaChapelle, and this is Puma News. Tonight, we examine a growing issue in our justice system and society: cultural fame and justice, where power, popularity, and privilege often means getting away with things that others would be punished for. From celebrities avoiding legal consequences to the exploitation of marginalized cultures for profit, this imbalance is raising serious moral, ethical, and even spiritual imbalances. Our team investigates the roots, the impact, and the call for justice. Today, we're at Andy's to interview an important person in our pursuit of finding the cause of cultural fame and injustice. In today's world, cultural fame has become a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allows new voices to be heard, but on the other, it often leads to the exploitation of marginalized cultures for profit. What is the root of this problem?
It's about exploitation, Anthony. People from marginalized cultures create, innovate, and make sacrifices. Then, those with power, celebrities, corporations, take these elements, commodify them, and profit from them without respect or proper compensation. This is cultural appropriation, and it's a violation of the moral values we hold dear.
So in your view, this exploitation is more about ethics than cultural?
Exactly. The ethics are clear. If we don't respect the dignity of people, their culture, their identity, we're perpetuating a cycle of injustice.
The problem is more than just legal. It's a question of how we as a society relate to one another. The cardinal virtues call for justice, temperance, prudence, and fortitude. Yet in this case, we see a breakdown of justice.
Bingo. The famous shouldn't be exempt from the consequences of exploiting others. It's not just about legal rights, it's about human dignity.
Our investigation led us to someone closer to the source of power. International film star Benno Reggie. He was recently accused of cultural exploitation. He's right behind me, isn't he? Just one question. Why do celebrities get a pass?
Look, Anthony, we both know how this works. Celebrities are powerful, money and fame create influence. It's not about breaking laws, it's about managing perceptions.
But isn't that the problem? Celebrities facing little to no consequences for their actions while others are punished harshly? Isn't there any ethical issue with this?
Sure, there are questions at the end of the day, but it's about power and relationships. People with power, famous people, powerful corporations are going to use that influence to shape the system in their favor. It's just part of how the world works.
So power and privilege are allowed to perpetrate injustice. The theological virtues of faith, hope, and charity say we should treat others with dignity and fairness. That's a far cry from what you're describing.
Bingo! That's an imaginary world. That's not how the real world works, Anthony. Fame and power are realities that we all have to live with.
No, the reality is that people, whether they're famous or not, deserve fairness and respect. That's what justice demands.
Father Doug? Hey, I'm not Father Doug. I'm Father Simpson.
Father Simpson, we're in a sacred place to talk about a sacred duty, justice. What do the Beatitudes say about this moment in history?
They remind us that the meek, the mourners, the persecuted are not forgotten. When the powerful exploit, the teachings of Christ call us to protect the weak.
But isn't speaking up enough?
It's about service, Anthony. Using our gifts and platforms to serve others, to lift them up. The theological virtues of faith, hope, and charity guide us to a world where we can treat everyone with respect. The call to service is clear. It's not enough to speak out. We must act.
It's about making the powerful accountable. It's about standing up for justice and service to the vulnerable.
Exactly, and that's a duty we all share. It's a call to transform our society into one where justice prevails.
Today we explored the moral and ethical dimensions of cultural fame and injustice. We've seen that celebrity power can often protect individuals from facing consequences, while marginalized groups are left to suffer. But as we've heard tonight, ethics, morality, and the call to service demand that we create a society where justice and fairness are upheld for all. This is a fight for the dignity of every person and the responsibility of those with power to treat others fairly. Whether it's through the cardinal virtues, the Beatitudes, or the theological virtues, we were all called to serve and act justly. Tonight, the journey for justice continues. Will those in power use their fame to right the wrongs of the world, or will they continue to exploit those without a voice? Only time will tell. This is Anthony LaChapelle with Puma News. Stay classy, Chatham Cat.